like fancy the most. Like you're definitely sort of the girl that I would go for, like kind of like looks wise. But
So I think you're lovely.
yeah.
But I've got that, like, I don't think we've got a spark. And
Right.
maybe that's just not now.
Yeah.
But at the minute, it's not there for me.
Oh my God. Why did they save Will? Why? I really feel sorry for him because all the girls have friend zoned him. I don't know what they expect him to do, and I don't think the new bombshell will even consider him because she's stuck on somebody else. I wish they just saved him and just sent him home, or they'd send someone who's more likely to like him. But anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos and leave a like and a comment. It's your girl Valerie again. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island, Season 9, Episode 3. It's really sad. I really feel sorry for Will. I really feel sorry for Will. He's a great guy, and I'm sad that none of the girls have seen this. So after the recoupling of Tom and Olivia, the guys have a chat with Will, and sort of Will sort of expressing that he has to start putting in the work to see if he can create a connection with someone, or see if he can find someone he's interested in, and then go after them really hard and hopefully be able to sort of turn their head. And Ron was like, because Will said he's interested in Lana, and he was like, take your shot, but I know you're not going to get her. You're going to lose anyway. And so I don't know what is going to happen to poor Will. I really don't know. And then Tanya needs to stop playing. Tanya's playing games and she's enjoying playing with Shaq. It's not fair. I like Shaq. I think Shaq is a great guy. I don't know why Tanya's doing that to him. So they have a chat and a little cuddle. Shaq goes in for a kiss, and Tanya sort of swerves her head and pies him according to Shaq. And Tanya keeps going on about, oh, I really like him. I really like him. I want to kiss him, but I want him to wait. And it's like, what do you mean Shaq should wait when you've kissed Kai twice and you're not even in a couple with him? What are you trying to say, or what are you trying to do? Is it because you're trying to keep Shaq as your standby while you do whatever else you want in the villa? Or is it you're really interested in him and you don't want him to think, to take advantage of the fact that you're really interested in him? Him you want the weight to make him more interested in you, or what? I don't understand that. But anyway, the guys have a chat with Tom, with Ron saying, I really envied you. But then when you stood up in front and had to make the decision, I was like, nah, I'd rather not. And they were sort of asking questions. Was Olivia your first choice? Was she the one you're going to pick? And the girls were sitting on the terrace up there. So then he had to mention that the girls are just above us. They will hear me if I say anything. And so the girls then, I think one of the guys, I think it was Harris, sort of peeked and saw the girls leaning over the terrace trying to hear what the boys were saying. And that had to stop. And so for me, I really feel sorry for Olivia. Olivia didn't want to be in a coupling with Will because she said it was a friendship coupling, and she's repeated her same mistake. She went after Kai on the first coupling day, and Kai immediately stepped aside and went for Tennille. And now she's chased Tom. Tom has picked her, but it seems Tom is more interested in Lana. And I think the only reason why he's picked Olivia is because he's trying to buy time and see if he can turn Lana's head. And so I wish, as I said before, I wish Olivia had stayed with Will and had sort of tried to work that, even if they were in a friendship couple, but at least she might have survived a bit longer, because I don't think the new bombshell is going to like her, and it doesn't seem like any of the other guys is interested in her. I think Harris did say he liked her, but I don't know how far that will go. Um, then the islanders went to bed, and Tanya and Shaq were busy chatting. I think this Shaq was a bit disappointed that Tanya had pied him, and eventually they did kiss in bed. I think Tanya's playing games. I think Tanya's playing games. I think she knows Shaq is smitten and is falling in love with her, and I can foresee her being the Tash of the season. I can foresee it being an Andrew and Tash is sort of 2.0, in the sense that Shaq is so smitten and is falling in love with Tanya, and Tanya is busy still looking around to see who else is coming in and what other attention can she get. So I don't know how long Tash will be able to put up with that, because I remember when they were at the fire pit and they were playing games, and I think it was Anime who gave him a lap dance. So if Tanya is not careful, she's going to lose out because one of the girls is going to graft Shaq and they're going to end up taking him, and then she's going to be left out in the cold with no one because she played games. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. The girls have a debriefing in the morning, and Tanya lets it slip, that they did kiss last night with Shaq. All the other girls are excited for her because this is great news. They see progress in that relationship. I'm surprised we didn't really see anything of Tennille though, because she was just sitting in the background. Even Kai himself, we didn't really see much of him. They were both in the background, just sort of acting as friends to people. I don't know whether it's because they haven't created any drama or whatever it is. And every time I see Tennille, I just see so much likeness to Ekansu. I don't know whether it's just me. Olivia was excited. She was telling the girls that she was excited that she didn't, she was in a she was in a friendship couple, and she enjoyed going to bed with Tom, because at least it was more a romantic coupling. But I don't think Tom is interested in her, and I think she is. I think him telling her that he would still pursue Lana is what made her not to want to make out with him in bed, because she said once what she's a slow burn, and it's like, I don't think so. I don't think you're a slow burn. I think if Kai had not left her, she would have gone all the way with Kai by now. They would have been making out in bed and stuff. I think her ego was bruised because Tom is interested in Lana, and she doesn't want to put herself out there only for Tom to leave her and go for Lana. So Shaq told the guys that he had finally got his kiss, and he was excited with that. The guys offered to make the girls breakfast, and Shaq was quick to sort of call out, Tanya, what do you want for breakfast? And she then screamed out her order, and they made that for her. He made that for her. Some of the other guys also made it for the girls that they're in a coupling with, which is sweet. I like the fact that everyone is becoming friends and they're becoming very close. Poor Will, then pulled Lana aside for a chat, and you could tell she really wasn't interested. I think she knew what was coming. I think Ron must have told her, and she immediately shut him down. And I don't know why she did that. I think she should have just entertained him, for lack of a better word, and just seen if there was a possibility that they might create a connection. But she immediately said, I see you as a friend, and friend zoned him. So he's now in friend zone with Tanya. Sorry, with Lana. He's in friend zone with Olivia. The only other person left is Anime, because I don't think Tanil would ever consider him in any way, and I don't think Anime is really interested in him. So we'll see how that goes. And I think that was good for Ron as well, because he had already told Will that, you'll never be able to turn Lana's head. So Lana telling Will no just served to confirm what Ron had said, which is sad, because they then received a text message to say that there were two new bombshells coming in. Sarah, who's a model, she's got multiple jobs, and there's David, who's a money advisor. And so the bombshells chose Tanya and Ron, and it's just like, why? Why? Of all the people, why didn't you choose Olivia or choose Will? Because they are the ones that are just out there and are not in a confirmed coupling. And Tanya, you could tell Shaq was nervous. Shaq was nervous. He was trying to, to put on a brave face, but he was nervous. I think because he can tell that Tanya's head is just turning everywhere. She keeps telling everyone, I'm wide open, I'm wide open. And then she goes to Shaka and says, oh, I really like you, I really like you. Then she goes back to Kai, oh, I'm wide open. To Tom, I'm wide open. She went on a date with David, told him the same, that I'm wide open. And so I don't know how long Shaq is going to be able to put up with that. Ron and Tanya went on their date, and Ron's head immediately turned as soon as he saw Zara. You could tell. And it was like, but you were telling Lana that the two of you are almost set in stone. How are you then having your head turned on a swivel as soon as you see Zara? He saw Zara, he was smitten. He said he liked the fact that she had multiple jobs and she had a great personality. David and Tanya, I really didn't see the chemistry. I really didn't say it. I think Tanya's just trying to leave her options open, that if one person is sent home, she has somebody else to fall back on. I think this is the game she's playing. She's playing a numbers game. I don't think she's really interested in any. She might be interested in Shaq, but I think she's also trying to leave other options open just in case Shaq goes home. Um, they came back to the villa, and you could tell Lana was very nervous. Lana was very nervous because she was worried that um, Ron's head would turn, but you can tell his head is turned. It's sad. This is why I say she should never have turned down Will. She should have stayed with Will because now Ron's head is turned. She now has to look for somebody else to be in a coupling with, and I don't know who she's likely to choose. Tanya started talking about, oh, even though I was having a great time with David, I kept thinking about Shaq. It's like, you're playing games. Stop playing games, Tanya. You need to stop playing games and make a choice and work on it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And Sarah made it known that she really enjoyed her time with Ron, and I think Lana can see that Ron is most likely going to turn and is going to go with Sarah. Um, Shaq was nervous. He was worried, obviously, about David. I think he was just sussing him out, and even David said, "Oh, Shaq keeps sort of sussing me out, trying to see where I stand and see if there's any likelihood that I might be able to get Tanya's head to turn." Although David said, he chose the person that would have made the date um, most comfortable. He didn't want to choose someone and then they not like him on site. So I think that was smart because he knew that Tanya would be accommodating to him. I don't know whether it's because of the race or whatever. And then once he gets into the villa, I think he's open to getting to know everyone, regardless of who they are. And that was smart. I think that was smart. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.